At some point in almost every relationship, you wonder if you've really found the one, or if the grass is greener somewhere else. But how do you know for sure? Are you and your girlfriend just in a rut, or are the red flags telling you it's time to make a run for it? Well, I can't tell you whether your relationship should end, but I can walk you through figuring it out for yourself. I've compiled a list of different possible reasons you might consider breaking up with your girlfriend. These 9 signs might just give you the clarity you need to make the right decision for you. Number 1, you keep fantasizing about dating other people. Picture this: you catch yourself daydreaming about a cute coworker or someone you saw at the gym, and you're wondering what it would be like to date them instead of your girlfriend. These thoughts are frequent, and you start to realize that you're not even emotionally present in your current relationship anymore. It's normal to find other people attractive, but if you're constantly imagining what life would be like with someone else, it's a sign that your heart might already be halfway out the door. The grass always seems greener, but in this case, it could mean you're not fully committed to your current relationship, and that's not fair to either of you. Number 2, your sex life just isn't good. Here's a situation. You've noticed that physical intimacy has taken a backseat in your relationship. When you do have sex, it feels more like an obligation than something you actually enjoy. You're not excited about being close with her anymore, and it's starting to affect how you feel about the relationship overall. Physical intimacy plays a big role in a healthy relationship. If you're feeling disconnected in the bedroom, or you're just not interested in each other physically anymore, it can point to deeper issues in the relationship. Lack of intimacy can build frustration and resentment, making it hard to connect on other levels. Number 3, you aren't happy. Imagine this. You used to feel excited about spending time with your girlfriend, but lately, you dread it. You feel stressed every time she calls, and the joy you once had in the relationship seems like a distant memory. Even the little things, like grabbing coffee together, feel more like a chore than something you look forward to. If you're waking up every day feeling drained or anxious about your relationship, that's a huge red flag. A healthy relationship should bring more joy than stress. Sure, every relationship has ups and downs, but if the bad days outnumber the good, you need to ask yourself, why are you staying? Your happiness is key to a fulfilling life, and no one should be the main reason you're feeling down all the time. Number 4, she's not the one. Think about this. Every time someone talks about their future, getting married, having kids, you can't picture yourself doing those things with your girlfriend. Maybe you've even had this conversation with her, but something inside you just knows she's not the person you want to spend your life with. You're staying because it feels easier, not because you believe she's your forever person. Deep down, you know when something's off. Maybe you don't see a future with her, or you can't imagine spending the rest of your life together. That feeling of, this isn't it, is your intuition speaking to you. If she's not the one, then both of you deserve the chance to find someone who is. Number 5, you're fighting a lot. Consider this. Recently, it feels like every conversation with your girlfriend turns into an argument, whether it's over small things like what movie to watch, or bigger issues like trust. You're constantly in conflict. You've both apologized so many times, but the fights never seem to stop. The cycle is exhausting, and you're starting to wonder if this is just how things are going to be. All couples fight, but if it's happening constantly and over the same issues, it's a major red flag. When communication turns toxic and you feel more like enemies than partners, it can drain the life out of you. If fights are becoming the norm, it's time to ask yourself if this is really the relationship you want. Number 6, you're only with her out of obligation. Picture this. You've been dating for a long time, and your friends and family all expect you two to stay together. She's been there for you through some tough times, so you feel like you owe her. But in your heart, you know you don't really want to be with her anymore. You're just staying because it feels like the right thing to do. Sometimes we stay in relationships because we feel like we owe the other person, whether it's because of time spent together or shared experiences. But staying with someone out of a sense of duty isn't fair to you or her. You both deserve to be with someone who genuinely wants to be there. Number 7, you would rather be alone than with her. Think about this. Lately, you've been choosing to hang out alone, even when you have the chance to spend time with her. You're constantly making excuses not to see her, like pretending to be busy with work or making plans with other people. When you're together, you're just counting down the minutes until you can be by yourself again. If you find yourself enjoying your alone time way more than the time you spend together, that's a big warning sign. Relationships should be a place of comfort and connection. If you're more relieved when she's not around, it might be time to reassess whether this relationship is making you happy. Number 8, you're more invested than she is. Imagine this. You're the one always initiating plans, texting first, and putting in effort to make things work. Meanwhile, she seems distant, doesn't make an effort, and it feels like she's barely invested in the relationship. You feel like you're doing all the work to keep things going, while she's just along for the ride. Relationships are a two-way street. If you're putting in all the effort, making all the plans, and she seems checked out, that imbalance can lead to resentment. You deserve someone who meets you halfway, someone as committed to the relationship as you are. Number 9. You're only with her because you're afraid of being single. Picture this. You've thought about breaking up before, but the thought of being alone scares you more than the thought of staying in an unfulfilling relationship. You convince yourself that being with her is better than starting over from scratch, even though you know deep down that you're not happy. Fear of being alone can keep us trapped in unhealthy relationships. But staying with someone just because you're scared of what life looks like without them isn't a good reason to stay. You need to be okay with being single, and when you are, you'll be ready for the right relationship, not just any relationship. So those are 9 signs that it might be time to break up with your girlfriend. Remember, relationships are supposed to enhance your life, not drain it. If you're experiencing any of these signs, don't be afraid to take a step back and think about what's really best for you. You deserve to be happy, and sometimes that means moving on. Thanks for watching, and if this video helped you, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more relationship advice. Now, you can watch the recommended videos on the screen. I'll see you there.